This video is sponsored by Tokyo Treat and Sakurako monthly Japanese snack subscription boxes. Being called an ozeki in sumo wrestling is quite the honor. Historically the highest attainable rank in sumo, the title of ozeki is still seen as the prestigious champion rank, fit only for sumo wrestlers who can equal the might and prowess of the yokozuna, the rank given to grandmasters of the sport.
謹んでお受けいたします。大関の名に恥じぬよう、至誠一貫の精神で相撲道に邁進してまいります。
But for the 2 years that Japanese sumo wrestler Shodai has been occupying sumo's champion rank, it would seem as though he is struggling to meet the expectations that come with the prestigious title. After being tournament runner-up in January 2020, he hasn't been able to consistently achieve winning records or perform in a manner of which people can say, this is what ozeki sumo looks like. But with all the theories bouncing around about this ozeki's performances, I've conducted a deep investigation into Shodai's career history, meticulously analyzed data from his records, and drawn out patterns from past sumo wrestlers to finally answer the question, what exactly happened to Shodai? My first step into this serious investigation is to go straight to the most official source, and that's the Japan Sumo Association's sumo wrestler profiles. And as a serious investigator, I can't just rely on the English version. I had to go deeper and use special tools to decrypt coded information. Right away, I found some big clues that aren't revealed on the English version of the NSK website. In Shodai's Rikishi profile, we get a glimpse of what's behind the veil with this, a sumo wrestler questionnaire that's probably been answered by Shodai himself. Could we unlock what's been going on with Shodai and get into his mindset through his favorite hobby, his favorite artist, his favorite food, and most importantly, his favorite anime? Shodai's favorite anime, Jujutsu Kaisen, deals with the premise that all living creatures have cursed energy, which comes from negative emotions that naturally flow in the body. This is quite ironic because page 22 of the January 26 edition of the Grand Sumo Journal ran with the headline, Shodai is a super negative wrestler. Thus, the unique Sekitori is born. This was after Shodai had lamented about being so nervous for his bouts that he usually has trouble falling asleep and not being able to eat any dinner. When asked about who he wanted to face in Juryo, the division he had just been promoted to, he said, "No one. I don't want to hit anyone if possible." He also said he did not have any wrestler whom he admired or looked up to. So maybe it's no mystery that he gets so drawn into an anime that turns negativity into special powers. But is it possible that Jujutsu Kaisen had actually affected Shodai's psyche on an even deeper level than we thought? November 2019, the announcement of the anime television series on Weekly Shonen Jump. Shodai's record in the November 2019 tournament is 11 wins and 4 losses that caught him the tournament runner-up position and a Fighting Spirit award. September 2020, the advanced streaming debut of Jujutsu Kaisen on YouTube and Twitter. Shodai won the tournament championship on a 13-2 record. He was also awarded the Fighting Spirit Award and Outstanding Performance Award. October 2020, Jujutsu Kaisen is officially aired on broadcasting networks. November tournament, Shodai pulls out due to an ankle injury in his first tournament as ozeki. March 2021, Jujutsu Kaisen anime came to an end. Shodai gets majority losses with a 7-8 score, and thus the start of Shodai's hot and cold performances as ozeki. Up until March 2021, or in my investigation, up until the end of Jujutsu Kaisen, Shodai had been sumo wrestling's diamond in the rough. His career climb in professional sumo had been, without irony, absolutely phenomenal, and he holds the records to show for it. Shodai holds the second fastest record for a sumo wrestler to reach the rank of sekiwake, the rank below ozeki, at only 17 tournaments. The fastest was at 14 tournaments by none other than wrestler Konishiki, whose size and power was unprecedented at the time, which can only mean that Shodai's 17 tournaments to reach the rank is even more impressive as a sumo wrestler who does not have any obvious advantages, only his athletic skill. Shodai also holds the record of second fastest attainment of a special prize in sumo wrestling at only 12 tournaments since entering professional sumo. The record holder of the fastest attainment of a special prize is Yokozuna Wakanohana, who took the Fighting Spirit prize on his 9th tournament in the year 1950. On top of that, Shodai is also tied for the third fastest progress to the top division in sumo wrestling since the introduction of the 6th tournament year in 1958. It took Shodai only 11 tournaments to reach the top division of sumo. In this case, it's completely absurd to believe an anime about negative energy wizards could evaporate Shodai's innate talents in sumo wrestling. But how could a sumo wrestler who showed so much potential when he climbed up sumo's ranks and was even recognized by Hakuho as a big challenge during his last tournament become so unimpressive? Without major injuries to point to, like Hakuho, I had to be strategic. It's time to find patterns in Shodai's win-loss records to draw out conclusions backed by data, not anime. Without taking into account his first tournament as ozeki where he pulled out due to an ankle injury, in the 11 tournaments he has fought without withdrawals, Shodai's overall winning rate as ozeki is at 52%, making Shodai's win expectancy almost equivalent to a coin flip. Although his chances of winning are better when facing Maegashira wrestlers. Shodai's ozeki records show he can expect to win up to 6 out of the typical 10 Maegashira fights he is scheduled for in a tournament. But it is staggering to find out that his winning records against title holders, those in the Sanyaku ranks, is only 39%. And almost half of the 79 losses in his ozeki career were against Sanyaku wrestlers. So when I zoomed in and traced how he actually performs during a tournament, I found something strange about Shodai's win-loss patterns. I discovered that Shodai's losing percentage show that the myth of a Shodai rebound is actually true. Shodai loses almost 60% of his bouts in week 1, but only loses 43% of his bouts in week 2, even though he is given more fights against title holders from day 9 to day 15 of the tournament. But with 37 out of 79 losses from Sanyaku Rikishi, how does he do so well in the second half of the tournament when usually 4 out of 7 of his week 2 fights are against title holders? By tallying his wins and losses against the different Sanyaku ranks, I finally was able to paint a clearer picture of Shodai's ozeki career so far. Out of the total 23 fights against a komusubi, Shodai has won 11 and lost 12, making his winning percentage against the lowest ranking Sanyaku at just 48%. Against a sekiwake, he has won 11 and lost 9. This puts him at a winning percentage of 55% and a losing percentage of 45%. So considering variable factors that could influence these fights, Shodai's odds at winning against junior Sanyaku wrestlers are 50-50. Again, the same odds as a coin flip. But even more conclusive are his results against senior Sanyaku wrestlers. Ozeki Shodai was only able to win 2 out of the 12 instances he has faced another ozeki in the ring, while he has only won once against a yokozuna out of the 4 times he has faced the highest-ranking sumo wrestler in a tournament. This means Shodai only has a 1 in 5 chance at winning against a senior Sanyaku wrestler, pointing us to the conclusion that Shodai is actually equivalent to the level of a komusubi or a sekiwake at best, rather than the rank of ozeki, which he has held for 11 tournaments. And the way he has held the title for almost 2 years is what has been drawing criticism, not just from fans, but even from sumo elders. Mainumi has criticized Shodai by accusing him of taking advantage of the ozeki system, suggesting Shodai performs just about the bare minimum to be able to keep his rank. But expanding my research beyond Shodai's ozeki career, I found out that he has performed in a hot and cold manner ever since reaching the top division. Yes, he has turned out some double-digit records, but mediocre records are more common in his overall makuuchi career. Shodai's performance as ozeki is actually a mere reflection of how he's always been. Therefore, the question, what happened to Shodai, really should have never been about his uninspired performances as an ozeki, but should actually have been, what happened to Shodai to cause him to climb from Maegashira 10 to ozeki in a span of just 5 tournaments? Seriously, all this research and data had made me assume that Shodai has a habit of switching on when it matters the most. He switched on at the most critical time of his career to get exactly the results he needed to get to ozeki. And he does this again by getting just about enough wins to keep the title of ozeki. When things become critical, Shodai is able to get the results he wants. I guess this is consistent with the way he loses less in the second week of a tournament, when you have your final chance to get a winning record. It's as if he can manipulate the pressure around him and make that as a motivation to win. Like Jujutsu Kaisen. But even though the links to the anime in this video were mostly for comedic purposes, the anime has just announced a second season to premiere in 2023. So if Shodai miraculously becomes Yokozuna next year, the coincidence will really be uncanny. Thank you so much to our sponsors who supplied the snacks featured in this video, because I was able to eat some mouth-watering udon noodles and drink some delicious green tea from Ibaraki, Japan for my investigation into Shodai, thanks to Tokyo Treat and Sakurako snack boxes. So get your uniquely themed collection of Japanese popular snacks every month with the Tokyo Treat box, shipped from Japan and delivered straight to your doorstep. For the month of October, it's Halloween season, so have you ever wondered what kind of spooky treats quirky Japan has to offer? From squid ink noodles to sour candy and lip-shaped gummy treats, there are more mysteries to uncover with this month's snack box. I always enjoy the different kinds of flavors of Kit Kat that comes with the snack box. I've gotten to taste sweet potato Kit Kats, banana caramel, cherry blossom flavored Kit Kat, and many, many more. But my personal favorite really are the different instant noodles that the Tokyo Treat snack box comes with, because I'm a big ramen lover. But if what you're looking for is a food trip around Japan, Sakurako Box takes us to Ibaraki this month with its world-famous blooming flowers on the seaside and its renowned green tea. Discover the culture of Ibaraki and other places in Japan through its delicately prepared snacks by local Japanese artisans and snack companies who have been producing well-loved treats for generations. The link below in the description box gives you a special discount and a freebie with your subscription to Tokyo Treats or Sakurako Box. So begin your trip around Japan through snacks with Tokyo Treat and Sakurako.